up, you guys? It's Mary. We invite you guys to like
and share
and subscribe
and comment
down below. And if you guys want to send a love donation to support the channel, please refer to our Zelle down below, you all.
Yes.
A lot of people have been asking for it, so we decided to at least put something out there.
All of those, we're going to put a post.
For all of those who have been sending, we appreciate you guys.
To, acknowledge you all.
But today we are going to be talking about the degeneracy of Love and Marriage Huntsville and how Carlos is trying to be the 7th member of the show. I just want to quickly talk about
Maybe that could be the title. Is Carlos the 7th member of the show?
Like,
7th cast member.
Like, it just, to me, is too much. I think
was quite a bit.
The reunion we're going to get into the whole preview of him talking about how I feel like y'all put on a facade because you still like Melody. Carlos, Martell don't want you. Please stop acting like his counselor. Like, you're here balling. Like, Martell is scratching his head.
Like his boyfriend. Like, you just need to stop, okay?
It was too much. It was
quite a bit.
Much. And, like, he kept on coming for the women. Like, I need a host who can kind of be unbiased and not an asshole in the process of trying to host it. Yeah. Like, am I tripping?
Yeah, no, you're not.
But I want to talk about Tisa and the picture. Apparently, what the picture was, there was a picture that more so says that it was a woman he had interviewed who she ended up sending him a picture of her booty cheeks. Yeah. He ended up liking the photo and saying, "Wow, a midday work surprise or whatever." And she found that photo on the phone or whatever. So that was the photo that
she spoke to
Kiki about and stuff. So she had asked him or whatever. She did not look further into it or whatever she said, but she said she did do her research and
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, he explained and that was it or whatever and stuff.
And she said she does do her research. Anytime something comes, just like any woman will. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll decide, okay, all right, it is what it is. This is what it is. So you move on or you decide to leave him. But nothing has happened where she feels that I need to leave my man, that he's cheating on me for sure.
And my thing is, I feel like we need to also be very clear. Yeah. Between Marceau possibly cheating, and then Martell actually cheating. Okay, Martell went around
with zero remorse, with absolute disrespect
for Melody,
for his wife, in her face.
Yes,
she does things for me physically.
She sucks my weed.
You don't do it, and blase.
That's why
I do it, and he was going to continue. He didn't give a shit.
No, and he was doing this for years, okay? The evidence was there, the proof was there, and all this stuff. And let's be honest, Melody actually put her head in the sand when she had actual evidence. She had actual proof, actual evidence. This woman called, she showed text messages, pictures, him at her house, all of this. And Melody stayed there. Matter of fact, she had another child, and I'm pretty sure this was not the first time he had cheated on her. No. I'm sure he had done it to her again when she was pregnant earlier, before the show.
Because when it happened this time with the last child, she was done.
Exactly. So Melody actually put her head in the sand while she had actual proof, horrible proof, a disrespectful husband. Yeah. And you want Tisa to leave her husband over one booty picture. Yeah. And that's it, really. Like, that's what you wanted to leave based off of rumors. When there were rumors and facts, you didn't leave Mel. You didn't. So why are you here trying to...
Something that happened over 10 years
ruin a marriage.
Ago. This was over 10 years ago. And Melody is sitting there as though she got some actual stuff from Kiki that showed Martell in the bed getting his freak out with another woman. The way she has been sitting there with a sickly smile on her face, like the cat that swallowed the canary, as though she had some good, all for it to be a booty cheek picture that happened over 10 years ago. It don't even make sense.
It really doesn't.
And the thing is,
I just feel bad.
The thing is, when you gotta have so many people in the comments want to talk about, oh, poor Mel. You know what the difference is? When Melody was going through all her shit with Martell,
Tisa was nowhere to be found in that conversation.
She was nowhere to be found telling Melody, you need to leave him. you need to leave him and blah, blah, blah. The only time Tisa will say something to Melody about Martell cheating and throw it in her face was when Melody was coming for her and trying to let her know Marceau is cheating. And now when we finally have whatever it is that Melody thought she had, it was this picture over 10 years ago, a booty photo that he had liked.
And then Carlos, you're like, well, why wouldn't you leave your husband with this picture and then the rumors?
I know. And this is the thing that gets me about you, Tisha. Is that what? She doesn't leave her husband for you? Is that the problem? Is that what you don't get about her?
Carlos is a nut job.
Like,
stop drinking so much and actually be an unbiased host. Like, actually sit your dusty ass down. No one wants your advice when it comes to womanhood.
And I don't think these men want you.
No!
Okay? You have to leave them alone.
And leave their women alone.
Like, it's just ridiculous.
Oh my God.
So that's the thing with Mel. Mel, you are someone that should not be going this low. Seriously. Running after Kiki to get information, or let's just say for shits and giggles, Kiki is the one running after you to give you information about some naked bottom photo. I mean, you should have you're just, I don't expect you to do something like this.
Yeah.
I want Mel, just from one divorced woman to another, I want to see her winning. Remember when she had
and
left
not
Marceau
being bitter,
and she was looking good and she seemed at peace. In fact, she was really like a nicer person.
I know.
She and Tisa had kind of started to get along.
Yes.
She was very peaceful. I was so happy for her. I don't know what the fuck happened, Melody. Maybe you're listening too much to Marceau, because Marceau, anytime he can, even this last time, throwing in her face how you have slept with so many men. Martell, yes, Martell.
But don't allow
this man to make you feel. Melody, you're a single woman. Don't allow him to make you feel like crap about yourself. Because that's what I'm seeing.
But I'm sure she's mad at herself for staying with him for so long.
Don't be mad about it. Listen, come talk to me, okay? The wonderful thing, Melody, is you look stunning. You look amazing. You left him at a time when you're still looking good.
Yeah.
You have 4 beautiful children, well-mannered. They're all so cute. Beautiful children.
Yes.
Well-mannered, You've done an amazing job with them. You don't need to be following behind some Kiki to get some goods on Tisa. You need to stop. Let it be.
And if this is for a storyline, then
nobody in that show, Mel, was doing to them what you have been doing to Tisa for all these years. I mean, let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
You've been insinuating that these men, all of them have been cheating. No one has done that to you with a man that the whole world knew was cheating. They weren't doing that to you. The only time Tisa retaliated was when you were coming for her and her marriage. You need to stop. This has been going for, how many years has this been going on for? When you all were sitting at the table going back and forth. That was years ago.
That's how you even started the whole thing, Mel.
It's rubbish. Mel, if you continue on this road, you'll be some bitter woman somewhere. It's going to mess with your looks.
Yeah.
It's going to mess with you even trying to be a mom.
Yeah.
It's going to mess with your friendships. Don't do that. It's not worth it. It really isn't. I really want to see you winning, like how you were winning when you first left Marceau.
Martell.
Why do I keep on calling this man Marceau?
But yeah, I just feel like Mel is not in a good place.
That's just what I feel.
And I feel like Carlos is not either.
Tisa calling her, the devil himself.
Oh, that was
devil.
crazy.
I just feel like Tisa is just so annoyed. She's so pissed about it because you've been coming for her for so long.
And I feel
she just feels like, I haven't done that to you. Martell was actually cheating. I didn't take the opportunity to be like, Mel, Martell cheating. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you what I saw. She has not been going around talking to people. She didn't go grab your cousin to to come tell her some of your other things.
Y'all cannot tell me that was right.
You know,
Y'all
she
cannot
hasn't
justify that.
even when Destiny, it looked like Destiny want to see some of your business, Marceau is right there saying don't do it. Like, they're like, no, Destiny, don't go there. For the preview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are not, like, again, I think Tisa, that was a little bit, it's just Tisa is so frustrated and just angry at this point with Mel. Like, she's so sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, you know, it's like you have one of these characters and you're like, yes, I want them to win. And then you turn a blind eye to what they're doing wrong. And I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm too old to be doing shit like that. Melody, you're wrong. You're wrong like 2 left feet.
Yeah.
2 left feet.
Like, really figure out what that is.
Just,
you know
just
what I'm
stop
saying?
the bitterness. Yeah, try to figure out where is it coming from. You know? That's all I'm going to say. The whole thing with Miss Wanda and you and all that stuff. First of all, Mel, Tisa is a grown woman. Why you would talk to Miss Wanda about her baby daddy makes no sense. And you know something? I would have been pissed. You know why? If I was Tisha, I would have been pissed. I'm going to tell you why. And Tisa didn't even come for her. But I would have come right back for Mel if she had done that mess to me. Because you know what it is? You're talking about my father. You understand what I'm saying? You're talking about my father. I don't care if he was in your DM. You're actually talking about my daddy now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you started with the whole baby daddy. You know goodness well, Miss Wanda is not trying to talk about your child. She's just trying to call you a hoe. Because, and that's what she...
Because Martell calls you a hoe.
And you know something? It's not even because Martell call you a hoe. She just want to call you a hoe because Miss Wanda going to call you a hoe if you come for her, period. She will call you every name in the book. Well, whatever name Miss Wanda can find, she is one of those women. You go low, I can go lower. You go low, I'm going to find you underneath the motherfucking gutter. Well, that's Miss Wanda.
Well, that's what you also said, Mel. You said you won't go low, then you won't go to hell. Well, Wanda met you right there in hell, and she was ready to put a dukes on.
Okay. Wanda is in hell 2.0, okay? So even if you're in hell, she's at a higher level, okay? That's she's at a lower level. That's Miss Wanda, okay? She called you, that's what she was just trying to call you, okay? You got upset about that, and the reason why you got upset about that, Mel, is because you're being triggered with a comment hoe.
Yeah.
Why are you being triggered? It's because Martell continues to try to shame you. He is the motherfucking cheater.
Yeah.
He's the one who did the wrong.
Yes.
He doesn't want to take any effing accountability for his shit, even though he's there trying to give you some foolish apology that's not authentic
or genuine.
Because how are you apologizing to her in Florida and then the very next week you say how she slept with all these men? But it's triggering you because Martell has been trying to rewrite some history and try to say that, oh, you have been cheating on him.
Because you got fellatio one time.
When you all broke up and were no longer together and were separated. Like, and Mel, you're falling for it. Or you will not be, it's like, just want to come call me a hoe. I probably just laugh. Because I know I'm not a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because someone come call you a name that you know you're not.
Yeah.
It's not even going to, it'll be like some dust on my shoulder.
Yeah.
The reason why you're triggered about it, you've allowed that man to get in your head. You know how men do, and they gaslight you. You get them for something, then they come and say you're the one who's been doing it. They try to rewrite history. All of a sudden, you're sitting there like a dum-dum, apologizing to them. Or thinking to yourself, well, maybe I was a hoe, and maybe that's what. Like, don't allow this man to get to your head. If I were her, I'm going to put a gate on my driveway. Like, you can't come in. You want to talk to me? I will meet you. Look, talk to the camera.
On the intercom.
For real.
I'll bring my kids out to the gates. No, they'll walk up by themselves.
Like foolishness.
Yeah.
That's how it has to be with you and Martell. He has zero respect. He's the kind of man who's going to go and fucking badmouth you to the children.
Oh,
he will be there to tell the children all his lies.
Yes.
That's who he is. It's zero accountability for that man sitting down there in that tight ass suit. You know, and I get annoyed when you still want to go with this Tisa narrative. You and Tisa Mel. Tisa used to look up to you. Okay? you probably inspired Tisa to even be doing the stuff that she did.
I mean, she did though, because Tisa was like, she has her marriage. She's also working.
Yes,
and all that.
She admired you. And it makes me feel sad as a woman.
Maybe Mel was upset because Tisa still has the man and she's still getting her career. Maybe that's also upsetting as well.
But you know, that's when you both need to be vulnerable with each other.
Well, Mel more than Tisa.
Well, exactly. Because Tisa has been vulnerable with you.
She has tried.
You have kind of, So maybe at some point you just have to be vulnerable. But it makes me sad because these people were actually building a relationship. And you have allowed, social media people out there, yeah, man, forget about Tisa, forget about, you guys need to stop. And Carlos, I think there is some truth that if you all weren't hurt by the other, this whole thing will not bother you. And Maurice really put the pin on it. Life is too short. It's just too short for you all to be fighting over a 10-year butt photo and whatever else hell. It's over between you and Martel. It's actually effing over. So Carlos, when your ass sitting down there with your fake ass tears,
I thought you put it on a facade.
You know why?
First, I just want to say this real quick. Let Martel stay the fuck away from Melody with how he still wants her. If you wanted me, you should have actually been a good husband when you had me. So yes,
and
you still being hurt.
You insult me.
Exactly. What is that?
Me, please.
Like Carlos, what did you sniff in the bathroom? Like you are acting very bizarre.
You know what it was? Carlos kind of got into a little tiff with Martel on the stage. And Martel was calling him out for, okay, it seems as though you had more energy for Marcel's son, right, than my daughter. So Martel kind of called him out on something. And so Carlos, he kind of let out, I felt as though he let out something that he shouldn't when he said, oh, you've been emailing me or whatever.
Do you not?
Yeah. So I think what it was, this was his way of kind of reaching Martel, like trying to, make peace with Martel. So he starts his manipulative fake cry about this whole thing. And I see that you really love her. That's why Martel was looking at him confused. Because he was wondering where the tears were coming from. And that he wasn't this serious for you to cry.
This man swung his head back. Had the tears flowing. His hands all dramatic. I feel like I gotta put on a facade. I was like, what is this? Is this a host or is this the 10th cast member of the show?
You gotta be part of Bold and the Beautiful or something because damn, it was too much. It was really too much. And then Mel looked as though she was crying. Mel and Tisha, you guys have to go to each other and just mend it.
No, you guys stop being such a snake, bruh.
Yeah, and just whatever, like I actually feel that there is like some jealousy, and I think maybe Mel is a little unaware of it, that Tisa and Kim, they still have the men, right? And
she came in like she is above her. I mean, she really did come in with this egotistical attitude.
Yeah.
Like
Both
in
of
the
them,
beginning.
she and Martel.
Her and Martel.
Power couple.
They're like
blah,
power
blah.
couple. We're the shit. We're married.
Yeah.
We got these businesses. We're hustling. Da da da. And then it's you who ends up with a disrespectful husband who's cheating and now is single.
Yeah.
And now is bitter.
Yeah.
That has to hurt because you came in like the it couple.
Yeah.
And now it's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which it should rightfully be over.
Yeah,
but
it should be because he didn't treat you right.
I mean, Mel, y'all should have never came on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, you already knew this man was cheating, and the first episode was about cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they opened up. That was the very first episode of the show.
Yeah.
What do you guys think that all men are faithful?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, and you remember she used to actually always say it at the dinner
that all men cheat. Like it's just not my man. Like to justify it in her mind.
And she kept on really pushing that narrative. And it's not necessary.
And it's also not true.
Yeah.
I don't believe all men cheat. Yeah. I believe there are men who have self-control and actually can control their weenie.
Yeah. I just feel, absolutely. And I just feel
and
like...
we have men in our family who don't cheat. Like, many of them. Like, almost all of the men in our family really don't cheat.
And there are some handsome men.
Yes,
like,
handsome, tall, over
yeah,
6 foot,
yeah.
happily
well
married.
over 6 foot.
Well over 6
Well over
foot.
6 foot.
You know, so
And,
we don't believe in that. We
yeah.
are a people who are spiritual and who believe in positivity.
Yeah.
And also being aware of who the hell you marry.
I know.
And very important.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about being a man means you're able to control yourself. If you cannot
That's
control
like the
your
number
own
one
damn
thing.
penis, I don't even know what else you can control. If you can't even control that, you know, it's a character thing. But I know that these women will not be best friends, and that's okay. Like
They're
Kim
not
was saying.
friends.
However, you guys actually could be friends. You don't have to be best of friends, but you guys could actually be friends.
Be civil.
You know, not even just be civil, but actually also just wanting each other to win, genuinely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that you guys have to really work on that. You guys really have to. Even when they had the little dinner together, that was beautiful. You know, at Kim's place, that was nice.
Yeah.
You know, and people want to see that. You know, I mean, we as black people, we should not be there and act as if black women cannot get along. This is rubbish. It's a stupid narrative.
I know.
You know, especially for all you women who are so like, you know, you're entrepreneurs, you're like boss chicks. You know, this should not be going on like this, and you should not allow it. You should not allow social media to get in between and create these issues, you know? And Mel, therapy. I don't know if you ever started therapy, but you got to start some therapy. Stormy, the same thing. Why you're crying? First of all, Carlos talking about her accent and all this stuff.
Then you put on your
accent.
accent.
And then you know something? You know, this is the problem I have with Carlos.
Carlos.
When he sat there and started saying, people have been saying, as though it's a whole bunch of people.
I bet it was that one person.
It might have been just the one person, and he really wanted to call Stormy dumb. That's how I felt. And they
He
say
really
you're
just wanted to
ratchet,
come for the women.
and they say you're a ghetto, and they said that what she was dumb.
The show has been ghetto for almost 2 or 3 seasons. Like, I mean, like, let's not even act like it's because of Stormy who came
Like
on, and we
Carlos.
barely saw her on the show this season. We saw her that one
The way
time
you're
when her and
acting,
Destiny.
Carlos is ghetto.
You are
Like,
ghetto.
I mean, there's just no way to even. I cannot. I mean, just the way he said it, it was almost as if he was trying to insult her. It's like the delivery was off.
He was trying to assault all the women.
And then
He
she
even
was crying, and he was just like, and he was even kind of.
he came for Destiny too. He was
Even
like,
Kim got upset with him. Was just like
everybody
she was
on
like,
that cast got upset with him because he was out of motherfucking bounds.
You're the host. I don't know how you just annoy every single person.
Oh, and then he came for Destiny. People want to know why you're on the show. You're not in love. You're not
Yeah.
married. How come you don't have a man sitting next to you?
Yeah.
Why? How come you just have pillows
And-
sitting there?
and then you know
Destiny
something?
was like, whoa. Like,
Yeah.
she was like, whoa.
But she
Even Marcel
answered-
was like,
She answered very nicely.
I am
and
in love.
He didn't like that. All of a sudden, then what did he say? Well, the producer said you're hard to work with or something. I was just like. Then it was like, whoa.
somebody in the comments, please tell us that we're not tripping. Like, Carlos came for the women.
I know.
He was coming
and
for
then-
the women hardcore. Like, if he was in a baseball ring, he would have taken, instead of hitting the baseball, he would have taken the bat and just hit the women over the head.
Yeah.
Like, that's how hard he was coming.
And then he turns around to Kim and Tisha to tell him, I mean, because you all have found that out about Destiny, right? Right? Like, she's really hard or whatever. And then
Kim, you go and then you're trying to get on her. She not coming for me. Like, I know you're sick, but get your act together.
like the
You not gonna have an excuse because you sick, boo. I'm sorry.
I think that she has a problem with Destiny. I think Kim. Because I remember even that her Galentine stuff. Remember when Destiny was upset and Kim was trying to tell her, well, it's you're the problem, and the way you act and you're aggressive and whatever. And because all Destiny was trying to say was, I actually was vulnerable. The producers did not air it. Well, that happens with all of us. Yes, I know, but what I'm trying to, since he spoke about me specifically, yes, but I'm letting you know, I was just like, Kim, what is going on? Like, just...
She's not coming for me. She's not coming for me. And her blonde wig that was not even cute on her complexion.
I was just like, Kim, you
I
need
had
to be
nothing to say.
in therapy. And the reason why, because you're going through a lot. Obviously, you're going through a lot.
And you can't
And
tell
I
me that
really
Maurice is
hope,
really there.
I really hope that Kim is in therapy, because Maurice, you know, I mean, we have spoken about Maurice before, and his shenanigans.
Him needing sex more than 2 times a day.
I mean,
when she
you
has
know,
to cook, clean, and go to work. That's some foolishness. What you doing?
And the fact that sometimes he wasn't really listening to her. He
No.
kind of gives her this little pat,
Yes.
and she's a whole woman. Like, don't pat my head.
I don't even know how he is with this whole cancer scare thing. God forbid I have a man like Maurice while I'm going through some illness.
I mean, she said that he is, you know, being supportive to her, which I pray and I hope that's
Let's
the
see
case.
how long that.
You know, but all I'm just saying, Kim, outside of Maurice, especially, listen, I had 5 friends who died in 1 year of cancer. And it was very, very difficult. Because I think with maybe about 3 of them, I was at the deathbed before they passed away. So it's very, very hard. It's very, very scary. And yeah, you need therapy. You do need therapy just going through that outside of Maurice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that you can just have kind of this outlet to speak. If you don't, what happened at the tell-all, that's what will occur. Where you just go lashed on someone that really, it made no sense. It made 0 sense whatsoever. So
Yeah.
I really think you should be in therapy.
Absolutely.
You know, Mel, I mean, I'll be surprised if you're not in therapy, because you went through hell with Martel. You went through hell, and I am so proud of you, because so many women, especially being pregnant with the 4th child, would have stayed.
Yeah,
They just would have
absolutely.
stayed. They would have been too weak, just too weak. And
Too
it's not a
exhausted.
bad name, but just too exhausted. The weak is not the word.
No, it's the
exhausted.
it's the physical weakness.
And the mental exhaustion,
like the
all of that.
postpartum,
Yes.
all that. It's
And
enough
the
for a
fact
woman.
that you were able to get that strength to leave,
It's commendable.
it's really commendable.
But the
and I
work really
admire
begins
you.
once you leave
It
the
really
man.
starts now,
It-
and
yeah.
you really need to do that work, honey. Because if you don't, you know, these are the things that are going to happen. You're going to be entertaining imbeciles like Kiki, who has her own agendas. Why, I don't know.
Oh, that Carlos shaded Kiki talking about, thank you for sharing your story about drug addiction. That wasn't even why she was there. That wasn't even like,
But
that's
you know
not
something?
even what it was about
She
though.
had not even completely shared it.
She did not.
He just like
Thank you.
dismissed her.
As he was twitching his legs.
I don't
just
know.
rocking
I
back
don't know
and
what's
forth.
going on with Carlos. I don't know. Maybe he's going through some personal thing that nobody knows. I don't know. Maybe something happened to someone in his family or whatever.
You don't need this job right now.
I mean, probably he's having some, because he just seems to get worse. I don't know if he's feeling impatient.
I really had to put on a facade.
And then he just broke down crying. I think he just needed a good cry.
He
It has
had
nothing to
more
do with
tears.
Martel.
He had more tears for Martel than Kimmy with her cancer.
Yeah.
Because that's when the tears started.
I know, yeah.
I really had to put on a facade.
I Martel's look was like,
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Martel was so clueless as to what the hell. And then I think Melody was crying. I think Melody needs.
I did not
cry.
see Melody cry. I didn't see her shed not one tear.
she
She looked sad.
She seemed
Like
to be sad. Yeah.
it was too much.
Is there how many more reunions do we have?
I think they said 1 or 2 more. Please don't let me 2 more, because I'm.
Oh, was it 4? No. It's 90 days. That's 4. I think it was 3. Okay. So we have 1 more.
I need to pop ibuprofen and go to sleep, because this thing's got my head spinning.
So it was very interesting. But you guys get in the comments. Tell us what you think. You know, yeah, if you agree with us or whatever.
Yes,
you know,
y'all.
and just let us know.
Yes, and if
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yes,
So,
y'all.
Yeah.
And if you guys like, yes, and it's Mary.
And
We invite you to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below.